everybody, we are going to be playing through the DB G6 introduction today.
This is the G6 diesel locomotive in the grey-green factory livery. The light shunting and mainline locomotive is operated as Class 650 at Deutsche Bahn. In this introduction, you will learn how to get the G6 ready to drive and master the most important operating steps of the drive and brake controls. Climb on board.
Okay, so let's climb aboard. This is my first ever look at this loco, so let's see how I get on with it.
First of all, we need to make sure that the main air pipe supply is on. Open the doors to the air system compartment and close the cut-off valve.
Okay, so we're looking for the cut-out valve. There it is. Close that. Some nice diagrams there, some nice detail on that cabinet door. Can't understand any of it, but never mind, we'll just close the doors and move on. Oh, look at this. This is totally unfamiliar territory here. Put in the battery key. Where is that? It's on that console there. Oh, that's a bit awkward. I can't actually get it. Come on, come on, come on. Can't. No, not go and let me do it. Is it? Yep, there it is. Battery power on. There we go. Headlights to shunting. That's pretty easy. We can do that, can't we? Start the engines, or engine.
This locomotive has two driver desks. Only one desk is active at any time. Actuate the desk to be used with one of the direction selection buttons. Note that the active desk and the currently selected direction of travel can only be changed when the locomotive is at a halt and all 6 operating levers are in the middle position. You can deactivate the desk by pressing the active direction selection button again. This is required if you want to shut down the locomotive. This is not necessary if you want to change the desk. This locomotive has 4 different braking systems: the train brake, the direct brake, a spring-loaded brake and a hydrodynamic brake.
Right, I'm already lost, I think.
All brake levers, as well as the power and brake handle, use a time control. The longer you remain in a position, the more the value changes until the maximum or minimum has been reached.
Wow, this is quite overwhelming. Can you remember all that? I can't. Parking brake. Where's the parking brake? Release the parking brake. There we go. Wait for the parking brake to release.
In order to apply power and start driving, you have to move the power and brake handle to the foremost position and hold it there until the desired amount is reached. Then let go to hold the power at that level.
Okay, so this is going to take me a little while just to get used to the braking and the throttle on this loco. Remember, this is my first ever go you're watching, so don't expect this to be perfect. In fact, I'm probably going to be pretty terrible on this loco. Nice little 2-tone horn there.
The hydrodynamic brake is operated with the power and brake handle. It allows the fine control of brake amount and operates almost wear-free. Now brake with the hydrodynamic brake. Pull the power and brake handle all the way back and hold it there until about 50% braking force is reached. Then let go.
Okay, so we're looking at 50% braking. Bit difficult to get it exactly on 50%, so it's going to be thereabouts or roundabouts, as close as I can get it.
A peculiarity of the dynamic brake of the G6 is that it increases in braking force as speed decreases. Always keep this in mind during your run. Very good. Now drive to the specified location and use the dynamic brake again to stop the locomotive.
Okay, so we're going to have a little practice of starting and stopping here, it looks like. An actually there's a look at the Alpine on in the top right hand corner. We've got a red light, so we don't want to run that red light. I don't know how good I'm going to be on this actual braking here. It's a bit intimidating first go. It's not that easy. The thing is with these little icons, what they put up, what you've actually got to stop on. If you go past them by about 6 meters, you've then got to reverse. Oh look, I've overshot it. It's a question of just getting used to that, the throttle system on this loco. I'm totally, there's another train, quite a busy line this is. Okay, so we've got to put this in reverse. I suppose we've got to put all these into hold, all the brakes. Will it work? No. Ah, it's not telling us how to put it into reverse. Maybe this has got to be in the off position. That would make sense. No. Why is that not working? Is that in the off position? That lever. There we go. Now it's in the off position. So, there we go. It works now. You've just got to know how to do it. Right, release them brakes, and let's just go back just a few meters. We just overshot that icon by just a few meters, but you've got to stop literally on it to progress in the tutorial into the in the introduction here. There we go. Wait for a moment.
Now let's change the dash to drive in the other direction. Apply the direct brake and move all levers to the center position. Well done. Now couple to the wagons on siding 406. First contact the dispatcher and ask for clearance to enter.
Okay, so contact dispatcher. Oh, I like how we actually have to click the phone here. That's pretty good. Although I am clicking it and nothing's... Unless there's something up with my mouse. Do I need a new mouse here? What's going on here? I'm clicking it. I'm sure I'm clicking it. Maybe my mouse... Maybe I need a new mouse, I don't know. Ah, there we go. We got through. The line must have been busy. Right, couple to formation. Now, I've not checked the map or anything. I'm just taking it for granted that we're going to be going in the right direction here. Right, we broke it. It isn't... What's going on here? Forward will not light up. We're stuck. I seem to be stuck in reverse. Let's just put that on hold. That on hold. It's not always the game, it's generally the player that has done something wrong by not listening and following the instructions correctly. Let's just have a look over here. What have I done? See, that's stuck in reverse on the other side. No, everything is locked. We broke it. I've broken it. Let's just go over here because the reverse is lit up. Off. I swear we put that handle to off. Everything's set up right. Let's just go back here. I haven't a clue what I'm doing. There we go. I think it was the other handle on the throttle brake. It wasn't set to off for some reason. I thought I had set them all in the central positions, all the handles on the other desk and on the other seating position. Obviously I didn't, and that was the problem. I think. I'm just going to take it nice and steady down here. Don't want to hit them tankers too hard. It'll take a little bit of getting used to the braking on this loco. Of course, I've just come off Sherman Hill. No sooner as Sherman Hill is released, then we get this loco. So I'm just getting used to driving the locos in Sherman Hill, and then I get into this. I'll take it nice and steady down here. I'm not used to the green at all. I'm only used to seeing these DB locos in red and black. I've never seen a green one before. I think we've just bounced off there. Let's try just get a little bit closer. It looks like we may have to get out to couple up. That's looking good. Right, is the train going to stay here? Do we have to put a bit of brake on? Do we have to put them on hold? These levers here? I'll put them on hold. Just in case we have a runaway train, you never know. Can I get this hat? Let's put that hat on.
Now switch back to the first desk and drive to the specified location.
Okay, so we've got to switch desks now, so we've got to... Is it going to tell us... Yes, it is. We've got to shut down this this desk area here. See if we can get this right, because I messed up. I messed up previously. Make sure all these levers are all off in the central position, I think it is. So they're looking good. And if I've done that right, this desk area should work. Yes. That has worked, so we're all good. We shouldn't have any trouble this time around.
Train brake is used when moving more heavy trains. However, you can use also the dynamic brake until just right before the stop. Always pay attention to the train weight. The heavier the train, the less effective the dynamic brake is in the upper speed range. To brake with the train brake, move the brake lever back one step. The main air pipe will now be emptied over time. Then move the lever back to the holding position to maintain the applied braking force. Move the brake lever to brake and leave it there until the main air pipe pressure reaches about 4 bar. Then move it back to stop and wait until the train comes to a halt. Very good. Now release the brakes again by moving the brake lever to release and leave it there. Then drive to the specified location. Wait a moment until the brakes are completely released.
Okay, it's looking like the brakes are completely released. Drive to specified location. One thing about this, when you're actually coupled up, you can tell that you've actually got the tankers on the back by just how much power you've actually got to use, slightly more power to get going. That actually comes across driving the Loco. Got to be careful here because we have got a red light just past the icon down there, it looks like. So this is where we've got to put into practice the braking of what we've just been laying. But we have got a big red button there. Press the button, Bubbles. You know you want to press the button. We have got a big red button there. If we don't stop, we can just smack that, I presume. Don't want to go past this stopping area too far because there's a red light and I'll have to start again. Scenario failed. I hate it when that happens. So let's see how good my stopping is here. How much have I learned? Here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Like a pro, maybe? Yes. Got to go backwards. This is quite an in-depth tutorial, this is, to this Loco, but I suppose it needs it because of the amount of brakes you've got. The throttle brake thingy-majiggy. It takes some getting used to learning. Trouble is when you're going backwards, you can't see where you're going. This is where the outside cameras come in useful. We'll just take it steady, nice and slow like a professional train driver. Don't want to be going too fast. Looks like there's another red light down there as well. Looking at the help icons, top right hand corner. So again, going have to watch we don't run a red light here. So we're maintaining a nice controlled speed, looking like a professional here. Now, have we actually got to stop the Loco on that icon, or is it the last tanker here? I'm not too sure. It's looking like it's the Loco. We've actually got to stop on that icon. There's a red light down there. We can actually see it now. So don't want to mess up on my braking here. That will be a total disaster. I don't know how close the last tanker is going to be to that red light, but I need to get this pretty much spot on when I stop here at this specific place that it's requesting. Let's put into practice once again what we've been trying to learn in this introduction training module for the G6. Okay, so I've actually not been able to stop on that icon. You've got to stop literally dead on them. It doesn't give you any sort of leeway either way, apart from a few meters. Luckily, we didn't run the red light, so just got to go forward just a little bit before we can progress onto the next step, whatever is next anyway. So we just got to, I think we have to I don't know if we have to centralise these two brakes as well as that lever before we can change direction. Well, it's worked anyway. It's all working. Right, that's looking spot on. That's looking pretty good. Hopefully it will accept it. Yes, it has.
Before we uncouple the wagons, a word about safety. Always put on your hard hat when you work outside the driver's cab. Now take it off briefly and put it back on. Think of this as an exercise.
I knew they had a reason for that hard hat. Nice little feature that is, except you can't see it when you've got it on.
Safety at work is important. Therefore, never forget to use the hard hat. Now, uncouple the wagons, please.
Always remember to put your hard hat on when you uncouple the wagons. Well, there's one thing about this introduction, it is giving the player plenty of practice operating the brakes and this thingamajiggy here, this throttle brake here. It's an unusual one, that is. It's one that I'm not used to at the moment. So let's see if we can actually spot on this icon this time around. I've not been very good at it throughout the tutorial, but let's concentrate. little bit of concentration here. How we're looking? We don't want to go past that red light. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! That was pretty good.
Excellent. You have successfully completed this introduction. You have mastered the basics of operating this G6 locomotive.
Wow, what a introduction that was to this locomotive. Oh, look at that. We got them. I actually got the gold medal. I'm quite surprised at that. I'm quite happy I did actually get the gold medal. But wow, wow, wow. What a introduction to the DTG6. Quite in depth that was. I didn't find it easy at all. Probably one of the more difficult locomotives that I've ever driven so far in Train Sim World 2. Well, that's it from me. I think I need a brew after that. So thanks for watching, and it's tatty bye for now.